This Celebrity Smile is brought to you by Dr. Terri Alani. Whose pearly whites are these?
That is Miss Allison Hannigan from How I Met Your Mother and American Pie. She's got a beautiful smile. Okay, so remember being a kid and losing a tooth? The fun part of it was actually putting it under the pillow and getting some money the next day. But as an adult, losing a tooth is not fun at all. Not to mention, it is very, very painful. Now, here to tell us how to lose your tooth, and if you lose your tooth in an accident, how to get it back without some pain, is Dr. Terri Alani. It's funny, you know, because most people are like, you know, what do you do when you lose your tooth? A lot of people don't know there's some really quick tricks that you can do to save your tooth.
That's been my worst nightmare. I have dreams about it as a dentist. It's amazing. You know, one of your children gets their teeth knocked out, but it can be emotionally and physically trying.
Right.
The catch is, what most people don't know, if you lose a tooth in an accident or a sports injury, you've got 60 minutes. Ooh. 60 minutes to get that tooth back in your mouth, and you can save it.
You can save it.
Now, if it's a baby tooth, you don't do anything, because those baby teeth are not needed to maintain the space for your permanent teeth to come in.
Okay.
So just discard it. Don't worry about it.
So even if it's a deep, you would think that the root gets, you know, injured?
If it's a baby tooth, just let it go, but take your child to the dentist to make sure that there hasn't been any injury to the permanent tooth.
Oh, okay.
So you want to do that. Now, if it's a permanent tooth, what you need to do is, first of all, if it's an accident and the whole tooth is out, now if just part of the tooth is out, it can't be saved. You have to go to the dentist, have it taken out. They'll probably put you on antibiotics and maybe put some artificial bone in there for a future implant. Mm-hmm. But if it's the tooth, where the tooth and the root, I've got this model here, you have the entire tooth and the root. You guys know what that looks like. So if that whole thing comes out of your mouth, you've got to get it back in within 60 minutes. And here's how you do it. First of all, you've got to find it.
Okay.
Now, what you
gotta remember. You gotta remember.
You want to make sure that you don't touch the root with your fingers.
Okay.
Do not touch. Just touch the crown, the part that you see when you smile. Just touch that.
9 times out of 10, the root's still going to be with the tooth. It will never separate, right?
Well, no. If it's out, then it's totally intact.
Okay.
And so then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get it cleaned off. Now, here comes the grimy part. What you do is you put it in your mouth. This is the best way. You have to clean it with saliva. So you put it in your mouth to remove the debris, and you suck as hard as you can, and then you spit between every time you suck. The reason is twofold. Number one, you spit to remove the dirt, and number two, you spit because you want to displace any clot that might happen, because then you have to put the tooth back in.
Oh.
So you want to clean it off with your saliva. After that's done, then you take it and you place it. Go look in a mirror. I may have to guide a child through this last week on the phone. Take it and you place it back in the socket.
Oh, wow.
And then you have to bite down on a cotton roll.
Oh.
Then you go to your dentist. Now, the good thing with that is a sense of urgency has now been displaced, so you're not in a rush to go to the dentist, but you need to go.
You still go quickly.
What happens if you can't put it back in? Then what you do is, again, you place it in your mouth to clean it, and then you can put it in. You actually have a reservoir here in between your upper teeth and your cheek, and you place it in that area to keep it moist. Now, I know that sounds disgusting, but if it's a child that's, say, 15, 16, and you're afraid they're going to swallow it, then as a parent, the parent can actually put it in their mouth.
The joys of what I have to look forward to in motherhood.
And keep it until you get to the dentist, and then the dentist will try to place it in. Second thing you can do is you can put it in salt water. I think it's 1 teaspoon salt to 4 cups water. The saline actually helps to clean the tooth, and take it to the dentist. The third thing is you can put it in milk. So we've got salt here. It's actually better to use bottled water if you can. Milk is like a neutral type of solution, so that helps it, and then you take it to the dentist. And again, you've got like 60 minutes for this.
Right.
The third thing that you can do...
And real quickly, on the, not that we really have time to microwave the milk or anything, does the temperature of the liquid matter?
Just lukewarm is fine. And well, not lukewarm, just milk. I mean, if it's cold, that's fine.
Okay.
You definitely don't want it hot. And then the last thing is, it's over the counter. It's called Save a Tooth. And it actually says that you can keep the tooth with 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
And that's great. So,
so if we can't make it to a dentist, or maybe maybe say it's 2 o'clock in the morning, the best thing to do is try to go to a local pharmacy and to save the tooth.
Right, and to prevent this, folks, real quickly, you've got design mouth guards. If your kids play sports, make sure they're in a mouth guard, and these are designer ones, so they actually like them. You've got 3 types. You've got your boil and heat, which are over the counter, and you've got your custom made. Your custom made are going to fit a lot better, and they'll help protect your teeth from shock and any type of athletic injury.
And quickly too, if okay, let's say we do make it in the hour. Do you reconnect that root?
We actually will numb the pain. We will numb you up.
Yeah.
And we'll
all the trauma.
we'll actually place the tooth back in the socket and we'll splint it. We'll splint it to the other teeth and hold it for 7 to 10 days. Most of the time, the teeth will have to have root canals, but guess what? You save your teeth.
Right. Ooh. Man, that was a lot of good information in 3 minutes. Dr. Alani, you're the best. Thank you for being here. You can reach Dr. Alani at the number on your screen. Go see her. She's so nice. And we've got more Great Day Houston when we come back. Bye.